One of your advices, quote, "Don't post your feelings, don't do it to yourself." What's bad about sharing one's feelings online?
Nothing's bad about sharing your feelings online. I just think that it's really hard. You can't undo anything, and I feel like I've made the mistake sometimes of just saying too much, where it kind of fucks with me later on, if that makes sense. Like, it's okay to share how you're feeling. That's encouraged, and that's why I make music, is to share my feelings, and my music is everywhere in the world, and everyone knows my feelings because of it. But I do think, like, the internet, nothing ever goes away on the internet, ever. No matter if you delete it, someone has it somewhere. So I just think, be careful. These are quotes from the Vanity Fair interview, I can tell. I was not in a good place, so just keep that in mind. Right. Everything I was saying was biased as hell.
It all started when you were 15. Would you say you were a child 3 years ago?
It started when I was 13.
True, so, but the big boom.
The big boom. Yeah, I was a child. For sure, I mean, yeah, I was a child. Obviously, Ocean Eyes came out when I was 13, and then I was 14, and then I was 15, and then I was 16, and now I'm 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, is it a good idea to start a career even if it means prematurely leaving one's childhood behind?
A good idea?
Is it something you would recommend to anyone?
Well, I didn't really do it, though. Like, the internet did it. I wasn't like, I'm gonna start a career right now. I just put out a song and people liked it. And then I took that luck that I got and I turned it into actual hard work, because like, you could take luck and just be like, oh, I don't want this. And then you could just move on with your life and not take advantage of the luck and go on with it. So I could have done that, but I didn't do it because I wanted this, so.
And
I guess I did create it.
Ever think about how different or not your life and maybe your perception of success would have been if it all started later?
I actually have thought about that a lot. I'm actually, as much as it's difficult to be, and it has been difficult in the past couple of years to be the age that I have been and am, and have this in front of me and have this like fame and this huge spotlight on me all the time. As much as it's weird, I don't think it would have been any better later. I think the fact that it all happened early was like perfect. And this may be a weird thing to be happy about, but I feel like there's always dirt to dig up from artists that had this happen to them when they were older. Because when you're a kid and you're a teenager, you do crazy shit. And especially growing up with the internet, you say crazy shit. And so people always are like finding things from older artists, or not even older, but older than me. Mm-hmm. You know,
that means almost everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. Digging up dirt and like finding all this stuff from when they weren't famous. Because when you're like tweeting something or writing something down or posting something, you don't ever think when you're young, oh, I might be famous one day, maybe I shouldn't post this. Like, who the fuck thinks that? Nobody. So I feel like it was kind of lucky for me to have this start before I said anything that I regretted. You know? Yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
Your parents chose homeschooling for your older brother, who actually is your closest collaborator, and for yourself. Mm-hmm. How crucial is that in what became out of you? Of you.
I mean, I think it was crucial for me and my brother. I don't know if it's necessarily how, like, I don't know if it would do anything for anyone else. I just think that with my situation and my life and my brother's life and our goals and our wantings, I think it was crucial. But I think that's just us, honestly. I think if you want to do something, just go do it. You don't have to be raised a certain way to do it, you know? Like, I just liked music. I loved singing, I loved making music, I loved playing it. And I mean, not the only thing, but one of the only things that homeschooling did for me was just like let me be able to do it young and early, because, you know, I could have done the same thing, but it might have taken years, you know? And I don't mean get famous, I mean make music, literally just make music. Because I could have, you know, elementary school, middle school, high school, and then college. And then after college, that's when I did it, you know? That's so not what I would have wanted. And I never wanted to fucking go to college anyway, so.
You spoke about fame earlier, the fact that you're being in the spotlight permanently, but it's a well-known fact that you have a very specific approach to that, as you've always insisted on remaining authentic and on living a normal life. Is that even doable?
It's doable to be authentic. Living a normal life isn't even something I've thought about doing. It's not even something I want to do, though. And that's not because of the status right now. It's just I've always felt that way. I've never, even when I was younger, I never felt comfortable in a situation where I was doing normal things, like quote unquote, like normal. Like I just never felt good with it. I always wanted to go do some weird thing, like go be something. I loved being looked at. I loved being like, I always loved attention. I never wanted to be behind anything. I always wanted to be right in front.
It's August 2019. You're more than aware of what it means, what it implies to be a global star, all the pros and cons. And you still remember how it was when you were unknown. So imagine that you could go back in time and imagine you could make a decision or a choice right now. Would you do it all over again?
I would. And I would have said no to that a year ago. But I would definitely have done it all over again. To get to this point again, because my life right now and the past like month have been like nothing I can even try to describe to you. Like it's nothing I ever would have dreamed about. Like actually being a reality, and it's my life now. And even if I could relive the last couple months, I would. Like, they've been amazing, and even I feel like tonight I'm gonna want to relive, even though tonight hasn't happened yet. So I would for sure do it all again.
Billie Eilish, thank you very much for your time for DVTV.
Thank you.